I've been taking some female hormones called, it's a drug, a generic drug, which helps to keep, it stops your hair from falling out. So when it goes from being very hot to medium to intermediate to moderately warm, then it changes, and I wake up with these excruciating, very intense headaches. Really, at the end of the day, I don't know if I could have gone 2 months with this in plaster and in bruises, and well, that part didn't bother me so much. It was the fact that I wouldn't be able to breathe properly for 2 months. It will prevent prostate cancer, but on the flip side of that, on the downside of that, there is a slight chance that you could develop lady memories, great big pendulant breasts apparently, but the doctor did say that it mainly happens within the Asian community, and that usually Caucasian people are okay with this. It just all really depends how prone to putting on weight you are. I kind of find myself waking up at least 6 to 7 times during the night because of the pain, and therefore once I'm awake, it's a psychological thing. I find it very hard to go back to sleep again unless I've gone to have a tinkle. I don't really have to worry so much about it when I'm in a state where the medications work, the drugs work. Other than that, sometimes I really have to just pop a Valium, and then it just usually obliterates the whole thing straight away. I spend most of my time drip drying. Really, it's not just the way, sometimes it's psychosomatic, it's a psychological thing. I can't leave the house sometimes without going for that one final time, even if I've gone 10 minutes prior to this. It does frustrate the people in my life very much. I had to have a morphine jab in my arm because it was very, very bad. I just couldn't really go on. But we soon found out that it also had a lot to do with the fact that my sinuses were stuffed full of mucus. What we did is we washed my passages out with some saline and salt, and it lasted a very long time, and the mucus just poured and poured and poured from my nose to the point that it was really unbelievable. I was there for at least 3 hours releasing all of this built up congestion that had gone on for a long time, maybe many years. So that kind of helped to alleviate a lot of pressure, which in turn kind of helped to alleviate a lot of pressure going on here in my head. But I mean, it got to the point so badly where I had to go to hospital because I was really getting paranoid and thought that I might have a brain tumour or something. So now I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but I will be endeavouring to have my deviated septum rectified at some stage of my life. I'll show you. There you go, look, that's my brain scan. As you can see, in some of the most shaded areas, this is where you're supposed to see some kind of abnormal activity. There is much abnormal activity going on, but I think from what they said, there is none. I do have diabetes insipidus within the family at the moment, so I am due for another checkup. With the fact that I am going to the toilet quite a lot, it's it can get very, very frustrating because I do have to shake and dry quite a great deal, and the thing is that I really don't want to have to wear incontinence pads before my time. Yes, it can be quite embarrassing if you forgot and all of a sudden you have a little dribble, but it has become quite prominent, but you yourself are not aware, and it takes for somebody to point this and highlight it out for you. And I have been in quite a few of those situations as of late, and it's not very nice and it's not very pleasant. This, I have to put this on from time to time. It's like a generic brand of the vapor rub that we get in England. I have to put this on because I find myself not being able to breathe many a time. I will sometimes have to, when I wake up, put my sunglasses on, and I have to walk around and go about my daily activities, in this mode. So basically it will help prevent the offset, and it will continue to aid me through the day with a clear conscience and no insecurities. I can't sleep on my right hand side anymore. Only if I'm very lucky and if my passages have cleared throughout the night at some point or other without my knowing, and I've turned over and I'm very unconscious or semi-conscious, or whatever state you're in with your aura around you, whatever state you are when you're asleep, having a nice sleep, that usually means that I can then just sleep and toss and turn on whatever side I want to. Sorry about that, people. Again, just had to take a little time out there to recollect my thoughts and to dry. I have a collapsed deviated septum here on the left hand side, which means for some reason, I don't know why, but I can breathe more clearly through the left hand side than what I can the right hand side. Acid reflux is a very not a very nice thing at all. It's quite intrusive, and basically I've been living with this for quite some time now. Now I find that just the old-fashioned style bicarbonate of soda is very highly efficient. Only downside is you are waiting for a good 2 to 3 years, all depending on the severity of the case, of course. And I really don't think that they deemed this quite severe. Although I was told by the nurse that this problem will not dissipate, it will stay there and it will come back. And basically, I've now become allergic to dogs. I never had been before my whole life, or cats, thankfully. I really couldn't take the bed because after much deliberation, I just realised that I wasn't quite ready for an operation quite so it's quite so debilitating. I am, however, just trying to relax before I do consider taking my other aid if the drugs don't work. I have tried some herbal remedies, those you do, lavender oils and things like that, but it has all been to no avail, unfortunately. I do have somewhat of a eye ache at the moment, so sometimes I am left with rather dark circles under my eyes, which can be sorted out just with a few simple draws under the eyes like this with some cover up, just to disguise that dark circled unwanted look that can derive from having many a sleepless night. The thing is, sometimes it doesn't always work that way, does it, with your ailments? It's possible sometimes to go through life just wondering, what if I'd have taken those tablets? What if those tablets had have helped me during that time and prevented me from going somewhat insane and crazy in the head? I don't have enough time in my life to sit there and concern about these issues should they not happen. I have a drawer full of medicine back there in the bathroom, which to me is my baby. It's my security blanket. It's my lifeline. No one can take that away from me, and nobody can tell me that that's not right. Nobody can say to me that I'm mental just because I keep all this medication in my bag when I go to the beach or when I go just around the corner. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to see a psychiatrist. I don't need to go and see somebody. There's nothing wrong with my brain. It's fine. And it's not all psychosomatic. Basically, most of it's real. It's real. It's very real. Things have to be real. Things are real. Excuse me, I need another piss.